feel really nostalgic to see all young people sitting out here. It's been, I think, 13 years now when I passed my college, uh, passed my MBA from Pune itself, and really amazing to see all of you over here. And I'm sure, with this session and other sessions that is being conducted during this induction program, you will carry a lot of learnings which will help you develop a lot of new skills and understanding of what to do and what not to do in an MBA college. And trust me, this induction maybe looks very exhausting because I know 14 days or I think 12 days you guys have your induction program. But this will give you a very good idea of how to complete your 2 years in this college. And once you move out of this college now, you will remember these days because corporate में आपको कुछ ऐसा नहीं मिलता है होने को. It's from day one it is expected that you start working. Yeah. So I've made a very small presentation, not too much of gyan, but I want this to be a very interactive session because I know you guys have just finished lunch, so neend aana to is very normal. But then let's keep it interactive because whatever doubts, whatever incorrect notions you have in your mind, you should clear it right away. Right? So, this will give you a clarity what to expect and what not to expect from an MBA college. There are a lot of, assumptions that MBA is all about studies, or it's all about presentations, or it's all about lectures, attendance. All of this is important. Trust me, it is important. But then you also have to develop your own personality to be able to come out and be a winner in the corporate world. Uh, Anybody who has only been studying can be a very successful person in the corporate, may not be a very successful person. Because someone who has other traits as well, who can, meet people, who can be a people's man, and if he's only been studying and studying, may not be a very successful person in the corporate. So you need to have a balance of everything. It's not that studies are not important. You should, because at the end of the year, if you don't have grades, you will not be allowed to sit for placements. So your own college will stop you. So I will not say that studies are not important. It is important, but then you also need to develop your own personality because I'm sure a lot of you must be coming out to attend college for the first time outside your hometown, outside your comfort zone. So you need to develop your own personality as well. Your communication. Communication is not only when you speak to each other or you talk to me, but what kind of message you need to give to the other person, that is also important. So we'll cover all of that, but then a little bit about my organization. So I work for Usha International. It's a legacy organization, almost 90 years old in existence. It was started in 1934, and we started with sewing machine as our first product. So sewing machine is one of our oldest product that we introduced way back in 1934. Usha also has a sister concern, Mawana Foods, which is into sugar factory. So we have sugar factories based out of north, and Teswa is our lighting product organization. So although it's part of Usha International, but then Teswa is a premium lighting organization, so we also term it as a separate entity. So this is the range of products that we have. So fans, one of our biggest business for Usha International, approximately 1200 CR that we do annually. Sewing machine, again, one of the oldest and second biggest business for us. We do it approximately 800 CR. Fabric care, room coolers, cooking appliances, water heaters, all these, together we term it into appliances. But then as a breakup, if you see, so fabric care is irons, steam irons, standing irons, then room coolers, cooking appliances, water heaters, water solutions, and room heaters. So very comprehensive product range. Yeah, Teswa is a lighting brand. So Teswa is inspired by the concept of Twasa and Tatva, light and essence. So it's a premium lighting range, which goes up in terms of cost, if you talk about, it goes up in multiple lakhs and CRs. When you if you happen to visit a TISFA showroom, you will see the range over there. It's very premium and cutting edge technology. This is premium lighting technology, TISFA. We also have utility lighting, which are your regular bulbs, battens, and tube rods, right? So though that comes into a utility lighting category, and TISFA comes into a premium lighting category. We have a pan-India presence. We have approximately 20 offices pan-India, covering around north, east, west, and south. We have more than 10K selling points, more than 700 service centers. We cover approximately more than 551 cities across India. And in terms of presence over the world, we have 21 countries where our products are being sold. So that's how the geographical presence is there. We have 4 manufacturing facilities in India, 3 in Hyderabad, which comprises of fans, fuel injection, and water solution business, and 1 in Calcutta, which is your manufacturing of fans. So 2 manufacturing fans facilities, 1 in Hyderabad, 1 in Calcutta, and then 2 separate fuel injection and water solution business. Usha is more of a trading organization. We do not manufacture too much of in-house products. It is more of a, that we buy products from the vendors, we market it our own selves, and then we sell it in the market under the name of Usha International. Our retail presence spreads across 36 cities pan-India. We have 44 company showrooms, which is under the brand name of Usha International. Apart from that, we have 14 TISFA showrooms, which is purely your lighting solutions, showrooms. We have 1 haberdashery. Haberdashery is a high-end showroom based out of Mumbai, where you can do a lot of technical stitching. So stitching is one part which I think most of you understand. Then haberdashery gives you an opportunity to stitch in a very technical manner. So we have these white machines. So everyone must have seen old traditional machines at maybe home or in the shops which a tailor uses. But machines are way beyond those black machines. These are white machines which we imported from Japan, and the brand name is Genome. These machines are so high tech that if you want to paste a picture of your own self on a fabric, it can do it. So you just have to load a picture in the software, and that machine will automatically print it in your fabric. So those are all high-end machines which you get to see at HAB, which is in Mumbai. So that's our presence. Now, a lot of talking has been done by me. Let's hear it from you guys as well. So, who thinks networking is more important than grades? Anybody? And why? Yeah? You were trying to say something. Can we have a mic, a hand mic? It's there. Yeah. And there's no right or wrong answer to this. Just tell me, what do you feel?
Jai Hind, sir. My name is Sanskriti Pataria. I think networking is more important than grades because connections are important to move forward than grades. I think practical knowledge and connections are more important.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anything else? Yeah, please.
Jai Hind sir, my name is Yash Mittal, and according to me networking is more important because if we want to go in an organization, so we can connect with the people who are already working in that organization, so we can learn what's the culture of the organization and how they work and what are their working ideas or working strategies, so we can already learn about that, which impresses the company. And learning from our seniors also helps us in getting knowledge about outside world and corporate ecosystem.
Sure. I mean, see, networking, since now you have guys got into an MBA college, it's a professional degree that you guys will be having. Start networking with your, LinkedIn people around. Let's say tomorrow you want to get into a marketing organization. Look for marketing people on LinkedIn. Invite them to, get into your network. Introduce yourself, and don't just send a formal hi, I want to connect. Frame a formal introduction of yours that you study in this college and you are specializing in such subjects, and what is your aspiration to become. That gives a little advantage in terms of understanding why do you want. I mean, to me, I get more than 100 invites every day. I don't have the capacity also to check each invite and accept everybody. But then if there's a short intro script, very crisp intro, na, that gives me an understanding, okay, this is a professional network. It's not people want to just join my network for anything and everything. So do that, it will help. 2 years down the line, trust me, you will have vast number of people in your LinkedIn connections, and it helps getting placed as well. I'm not saying that college will not help you, but then uh, understanding people who are around and what they are doing, you never know, they can offer you internships, they can offer you full-time placements. So networking is never bad. They will not take anything from you. In fact, if they are in your LinkedIn connections, they will give you something, or even if they are idle, it is nothing going to harm you. So do that. It's a very positive thing. Who believes AI will significantly change the future of management? Anyone? આજકાલ everybody, everywhere AI is on the top. So what is AI going to change in the future of management? Anybody? Are you guys shy, or yeah, please, ma'am? Or you don't have an answer?
Jai Hind, sir.
Jai Hind.
My name is Anshika Kandele, and I think that AI will change certain roles in management, not completely.
True, to a certain extent. I mean, there will be some auto roles that will, of course, go out, and we are facing that heat currently also. But then it will not change the entire, work culture, because you need people, you need human intervention to, solve a technical problem or a particular issue. You can't be speaking to a robot that, okay, I have a problem and please speak to me and solve it. So AI will be there and it's gonna stay for long. Be prepared for this, but it will not take away jobs. I mean, there will be some technical jobs that will impact because of AI. Otherwise, it will not. So don't get hung over on the AI thing. Have you guys updated your LinkedIn profile that you have joined this college? Very good. Was it a own initiative, or asked by college to do it? Huh? Sorry? College also has, because everybody has done it, so that's why probably I thought college must have. Very good thing. Keep updating your LinkedIn profile. Lot of times I see people send me connections. ना ही उसमें college mentioned है, from where they have studied or what they are doing, because LinkedIn is just not about your education and your current experience. It's also about what skills do you know, what projects you have done, what recommendations you have received or you have given to others. So keep these things also in mind. Don't just write that you are doing MBA from this college and there is no experience. I'm assuming most of you are freshers. If somebody has experience, of course they can update it, but keep updating it. Whatever skills you acquire, update that on LinkedIn. LinkedIn should be updated very frequently. Anyone who has participated in a business case competition, and what are your learnings? Everybody wants to get into a job only, or यहाँ पर entrepreneurs भी हैं? Yeah, please.
Jain sir, I am Nidish.
Jain.
I had taken a part in business case competition in my graduation, and
Where have you done your graduation from?
BVM Anand, Gujarat.
Okay.
So there I had learned to like how to pitch about a business. Like I had presented my own startup like for the competition, and from there I get a learning to like how to pitch and how to build a product from scratch, and like also from where we can have the income.
So, did you win the competition or no? That's okay. I mean, everything is not about winning or losing. You learn from all of these things, that
Yes.
what needs to be presented, how it needs to be presented, and obviously when you present it for your startup, you must have done a lot of research on it,
Yes, sir.
made a case study, made a presentation,
Yes, sir.
and I'm sure this will help you during your presentation in the college as well. So very good thing to do. Anyone else? कि ग्रेजुएशन में किसी ने पढ़ाई नहीं करी है? चलो, we'll talk more in the later slides. So this is very similar to thing. Okay, so why an MBA and what it truly offers? What do you think MBA will offer you? A good, hefty paying job, a good career, speaking skills, communicating skills. What do you feel? Why you have come to do an MBA? Just because your friend did it or your parents said? What is the purpose of doing an MBA? So it will enhance your business thinking. You know, I feel when I went into an MBA, I was very raw. My thinking was, you know, let's say at a level of 10. But at the end of 2 years, when I completed my MBA, my thinking got elevated to at least 60, 70%. And that thinking, that broad thinking, helped me secure a job. I got a PPO. I know a lot of things that changes in your own self after this completion of 2 years, and you will be more business minded once you complete 2 years. I mean, I'm sure everybody wants to have a placement. There will be few people who probably want to go back and join their family business or want to start up something on their own, but otherwise your horizons will open up once you know start this journey and you complete your journey at the end of 2 years. So this is one very important aspect. Decision making, this you have to learn during this 2 years. You have not been making decisions in your life, and even if you are making those decisions, does not impact you know anybody's lives or any organization. But once you get into a corporate world, your decisions will impact people's life, people's career, and the organizations. So you have to be very smart in thinking what decisions to make, whether those decisions are right or not right. So this will help you understand how to make decisions. Leadership. So it's a very lame word, but then it's very important during your 2 years of MBA. And post, once you join an organization, any you know position of responsibility in an organization, you will understand what leadership is. They will give you a management trainee under your supervision, and that management trainee, you know, asks for a leave, for 2 days leave. It will be your leadership whether that person needs to go or not. So you have to make these decisions. अभी आपको सुनने में बहुत you know normal लगता है कि कोई नहीं, it will happen as and when, but 2 years will go like this. Under the blink of an eye, these 2 years will be passed and you will start working in some organization. So it's better to focus a lot, and all these things doesn't automatically comes with an MBA. You have to do a lot of reading, a lot of discussions among yourselves, a lot of case studies. All these things will you know come directly once you start reading a lot, you know having a healthy conversations with your professors or your friends. Networking is something which is very important, like I said, for your LinkedIn profiles. Start networking with people. It will surely give you results at the end of 2 years. You see a lot of people on LinkedIn, they post that LinkedIn helped me get this job. It is all through networking. LinkedIn will never contact you like Naukri or recruiters to you know get a job, or is there a opening in any organization. It's only through networking that people get jobs, and it is true. And you know with the times to come, 2 years, 3 years down the line, this will you know keep on increasing in terms of getting new roles in the organization. मतलब मुझे लगता है टीए का रोल धीरे धीरे कम हो जाएगा. So my job is at risk, but otherwise problem solving. So I'm sure you know with these 2 years in the college, you will have a lot of open mindset in getting anything solved in the organization or in the college. I'm sure you will have a lot of case studies, a lot of competitions to do in this college. there your problem solving capabilities will come in. And of course, career acceleration is there. MBA gives you a little edge over others who are graduates. So I'll give you my own example. I completed my graduation, then I worked for 3 years in 2 different organizations, almost 2 years with a sales role, which was a sales support role, not a sales role. And then I thought that, okay, sales is something which probably I do not want to do for the rest of my life. So I wanted to get into HR. I got into an HRO organization, which is Mercer, based out of Gurgaon, and I thought, okay, that will be my starting point of my career in HR. But then that was an HRO role, and I realized in 10 months that without an MBA, without a specialization in HR, I will not get into a mainframe HR role. So I quit that job. I joined IIEBM in Pune, and once I got my full-time MBA done, I got a full-time career in HR. So that is career acceleration that you will get. You will find a lot of examples also who are not MBAs, but then they are successful. But then that percentage of people is very less. MBA will give you your acceleration, your horizon opens up, your thinking broadens, and this will definitely help you in career acceleration. Yeah. Okay. So are you guys with me? Boring to nahi lag raha hai sab? Okay, I understand. I've been at the same pace, but then, so the world is changing faster than ever, right? AI and automation is there. It will stay. It will evolve with time, and it will, rule the world. But having said that, like I said, human intervention is important. It will be there, but you guys have to adapt yourself so that AI and automation doesn't eat up your roles or your jobs. You should be knowing the latest platforms in whichever industry, in whichever role you want to go in, right? If you do not know that, then organizations understand that you have not done anything in 2 years of MBA. So you should be knowing what AI tools are there in the organization, whether be it in finance, be it marketing, or be it HR, or for any other specialization which you guys have. So learn about those AI and automation tools. You should know what is happening in the industry, in the organizations. Digital transformation, very important. I joined my second organization in my career, which is JK Tires and Industries. Very, big organization, close to 15,000 crore is the turnover, but they were still using those paper files, pen and paper, forms back in 2016-17, and we proposed the management to do all the onboarding on the digital platform. So earlier the resistance was there because it was back in 2017. Still there were not too many organizations who were doing digital onboarding and hiring on the platform. But then eventually the organizations understood that if you're not digital savvy, if you're not digitalized in terms of your paperwork, you are going to end the organization very soon. And today I see, obviously some organizations will still not get into a transformation phase, maybe because of the budgets or maybe because of their thought process. But in the today's scenario, this digital transformation is important because see, AI and automation has come up. If you're not digitally on the platform, then what use of AI and automation you guys will do? So transformation is important. You should know where digital transformation is going and what is happening in the industry. Yeah. Gig economy. How many of you know what is gig economy? Anyone? Yeah, tell me please.
Doing part-time jobs, I think.
Okay.
Riding Uber, Ola, these kind of jobs.
Okay. Yeah, tell me.
Jain sir, myself
Jain.
actually Dhidao. The workers which are working for similar industries and working at a time working for two companies, more than one company.
So that's moonlighting, that's not gig economy. So gig economy is basically you're not committed to one particular organization or one particular field. You want to be present anywhere and everywhere, right? you are doing a short-term consulting course, consulting job as well, you are doing your own entrepreneurship as well, then you are doing a third, let's say, coding thing as well. So you are present everywhere, and that's the latest thing that is happening in the industry. People don't want to, I mean, not people of my age and tenure, but people like you, they don't want to get fixed into an organization for a full-time role. They want to be free so that they can do what interests them outside the work environment. They want to do something maybe on the social cause, so they don't want to get fixed in a particular way. And I think this is something which will keep on increasing, and people will keep on taking up gig economy very seriously in the coming future. So you should know about all of this. Global businesses, if you're not global in the current sphere, the chances of survival with the competition in the current scenario is very less. If you are only present to one continent, one country, obviously there are a lot of parameters which depend whether you can go global or not. Let's say, if the product is only required in the Indian subcontinent, then obviously that doesn't make sense for that organization to go global. But then global businesses thrive more than the organizations which are present only in one country. And that's how you grow also. You can't be growing your turnovers or your profitability just by staying into one specific location or one place. So you need to go global if you need to, be really big in the corporate world. Entrepreneurship. So I think everybody in this room may be having some thoughts on entrepreneurship, not immediately, then maybe 5 years, 10 years down the line. And I think I myself have, some thoughts on what I need to do, maybe 10 years down the line. I do not want to do my corporate thing for the whole of my life. So this is also important. I mean, everybody doesn't want to get into a corporate world, and sabke bas ki hoti bhi nahi. I've seen over the past 13 years, a lot of people have, quit the jobs because they couldn't survive the pressure, the pressure from your colleagues, the growth, the expectation from the organization, your own lifestyle. So it doesn't happen with everybody. So and often post-COVID, if you see, a lot of people have started getting into their own businesses, and they are successful as well. So you should always have an entrepreneurial mind, and I think this college also offers that mandatory course as one of your electives, which is entrepreneurship, which will definitely open up your horizon and give you a broader perspective as to what do you want to do in future. Because tomorrow, you never know, that organization doesn't exist where you are working. That may get closed because the product is not required in the economy, or for whatever reasons. So that entrepreneurial bent of mind is there, then you are always in a win-win situation. So companies now hire for adaptability and your learning agility as much as technical knowledge. Technical knowledge is important. Tomorrow I go to campuses for recruitment. I do not ask questions on marketing. I do not ask questions on HR or finance. Obviously, some questions are there basis the product side of it, but not always. I want to see how adaptable you are. Tomorrow, if I send you to Tamil Nadu, whether you are open to relocate or not, because I have global operations, I have pan-India operations. I can't promise you a position only based out of Delhi NCR or Mumbai or, for matter, Punjab. I want people to be flexible. I want people to be adaptable. Yeah, I understand that maybe Tamil Nadu, Kerala will have some language barriers, but then English as a language, is understood and spoken in most of the part of the country. So you should be open for all of these things, and that's how you become successful in your career. I'm not saying that you are open throughout your life, but then during the initial phase of your career, you should be open to all of this, and that will take you to a leadership position. So what companies really look for when they come to hire you, right? They look for lot many things, be it your grades, be it your attendance, be it your acceptability in a lot of cultural activities, your extracurricular activities, and your technical knowledge as well. So studies are important. Don't think that 2 years you will only party in Pune and you will grab a seat in one of the prestigious organization. That can happen, but it's not 100% foolproof. So academics are important, but beyond academic scores, what organizations really look for? Communication and collaboration. So communication, again, like I said, it's not how you and I speak, it's what you want to convey to the other person, whether that person is understanding what you're trying to say. So it's not always the intent, but also the content. So communication is important. I'm sure you will have a lot of sessions with each other, or the college will provide some these platforms to where you can communicate with each other and understand what the person is trying to say. Yeah. The leadership potential, learning agility. Like I said, your agility has to be there. You cannot be fixed with one frame of mind that I want to stay in certain location, I only want to do this, I cannot do sales, I cannot do marketing. While you're starting your career, please be open to do any kind of role that you get in a good organization. I'm not sure if you guys are aware. So Mahindra, Orient Electric, one of my previous employer, we hire people from prestigious institutions, and mostly the hiring happens from IIM's ABC, where we have a 2-year program for them, and it's not that they hired in specific function. Every 6 months their role, their function changes. So at the end of 2 years they are acknowledged with all the kind of activities that is done in the organization, and that's how their experience also matches with us for them to become a successful leader in the organization. After 2 years they have spent their time in supply chain, they have spent their time in sales, they have spent their time in digital marketing, in HR, in finance, everything, and at the end of 2 years we place them in any of the group companies in one of the leadership position, and that's how you learn also in the organization. The career graph of a person who has spent different roles in one organization, you will see, is a steeper than someone who has always stayed in one function in an organization. So keep that agility open. It's difficult for you guys because I've been in the same shoes. It was difficult for me as well, but then over the years, after spending so many years in the corporate, you come to know that agility has to be there. Critical thinking, integrity. Integrity is something, there is no nonsense policy in most of the organizations. Anything done on the integrity part, people are out of their organization without even a blink of an eye. Organizations will not think twice in removing somebody who has done something on the integrity part. So please, integrity is something there should be no questions asked, and please start following all of this during college as well. If you have to be in college at specific time, be there. Don't try to fool the system that okay, I was not well, I got late, there was rains outside, there was no vehicle. In corporate, nobody will listen to all of this. They will listen to you maybe once or twice. After that, they will not. They will term you as a non-performer because every day, every new excuse will be there. So don't do that. And this will start as a habit from college as well. If you think that you will join an organization and they'll start doing all of this, trust me, my friend, it's very difficult. It's not easy, because then there'll be pressure of sales target, there'll be pressure of marketing collaterals, there'll be pressure of supply chain. You will not have time to do anything of this. Analytical ability, ownership. So since I worked for 3 years before my MBA, I learned one important aspect of a job profile is Microsoft Excel. Trust me, it's a boon. When I joined my first organization post MBA, and during the interview process, also during the campus placement, my Excel learning, my Excel skills helped me a lot, because they expect you to know basic Excel, but if you know a little bit of advanced Excel as well, it will help you in getting a good role in any organization. So this is something you should learn during this college. Join some Excel courses if it's not during the part of your curriculum. Join some courses online, understand Excel, keep playing with Excel sheets, because this is not something that you learn and and you will keep this in your mind throughout. Until unless you keep practicing on Excel, it will not be there in your mind. Yeah. See, Tally is little old now, because most of the organizations have transitioned from Tally to SAP. Tally is a cheaper thing, alternative. So maybe some smaller business setups, they still use Tally. Otherwise, people have transitioned to SAP. But if you know Tally, that's good. That's good enough. So skills that will define your career. So these are some of the technical skills that I feel if you know. So Excel, like I've already talked about, Power BI tools, AI tools, financial literacy, business analytics. These are all tools that if you know, it will really help you grab a job and also perform really well during your initial career phase, right? So maybe on Power BI or AI tools, you can go online, do a course, go on LinkedIn courses. There are plenty of courses available on LinkedIn. Do those, and it will also help you reflect these in your resumes tomorrow when you sit for placements or summer internships. And these are also very important, when they are seen on your resume. It helps people like me who are into HR to shortlist candidates for initial interaction. For me, it is not impossible to come to campus and interact with 100 students. For me, these are the criteria to shortlist students. If I see that you have Microsoft Excel, Power BI, business analytics tool, and your experience over there, it will be easier for me to shortlist people like you. But again, don't fool the recruiter. You cannot do that. That recruiter will ask you 2 questions, and he or she will get to know that you have just written it for the sake of writing it, or whether you have experience on it or not. So if you understand the tool, then only write it. Yeah. And I think these are the human skills which will define your career. Communication, I've always been emphasizing on leadership, negotiation skills, conflict management, storytelling, influence. Storytelling is a very beautiful word, and I have seen people impressing the audience by storytelling. So you should, it's a very simple question that people ask during interactions, during interviews. Tell me something about yourself. In this question, I really do not want to know what's your name, where are you from, what have you done in your education, about your family, and about your hobbies. I really do not want to know. It's there on your resume. Yeah, that's a simple format that everybody follows. If you're able to tell a story that, okay, for the past 2 years, I've been trying to upskill my knowledge in AI, in Power BI, by doing certain things. I've done a project in Power BI tool. This was the outcome of the project, and this was the result of the project. That's a storytelling thing which impresses a recruiter or someone who has come to campus for recruitment. So make a very crisp, short story that you can define while somebody asks you, tell me something about yourself. So develop that. I mean, it will take some time, but it will come definitely, and it will help you guys. The formula for career success. So knowledge, how many of you feel that knowledge is the formula for career success? Yeah? I agree with you guys. Knowledge is a formula for career success. Without knowledge, you can fool an organization for few months, maybe for few years, but after a point in time, your career trajectory will be very, it will not be steep. So if your knowledge is not there, your trajectory will dampen up in times to come. So keep reading articles, keep reading what's happening in the economy, what's happening in the sectors that you want to go. Let's say you want to target to get into an automobile sector. have a lot of knowledge about automobile, and trust me, these things, you know, impresses the recruiter. अगर आप मुझसे बोलोगे कि okay tomorrow you know automobile sector is growing or degrowing by this sector this you know percent, these are the new entrants in the automobile sector, these are the organizations which are growing really good in the automobile sector, it will impress me. I will get to know that okay, this person is learned, he has some knowledge about the sector. And as a recruiter, we do not expect ki, you know, you should know everything and everything, anything and everything on the you know discussion that we have. But if that initial understanding and knowledge is also there na, it helps us gain the confidence कि कल इसको मैं hire करूँगा, and if I train this person for 2 months, this person will do wonders for me. So that, you know, 10-minute conversation में ये सारे factors में पता चल जाता है whether this person is in or this person is out. Skill set, you know, another very important part. Somebody you know, a differentiator factor will come in a way. If this person knows Excel very well and the other person does not know, for me it's a very easy pick कि भाई जिसको Excel आता है उसको उठाओ, because कल को जाके मेरे पास time नहीं है, मैं तुमको train करूँ. I will prefer training the person who knows Excel in a different you know knowledge or in a different skill set, rather than investing my time on teaching someone an Excel sheet. So keep learning new skills and ask yourself what skills do you really want to learn. ऐसा नहीं है कि 10 skills मैंने आपको mention करके दे दी, आपने वो सब कुछ सीख लिया. It's not possible. Humanly, it's not possible. But you should know what you you know, as a person has interest in. Learn those skills, and those skills which will really help you in grabbing a job, because eventually, see, at the end of 2 years, everybody wants a really good job, right? यहाँ पर कोई होंगे, I'm sure 5-10% ऐसे लोग होंगे जिनको जॉब नहीं चाहिए होगी, but rest 85-90% people want a good job, and the job will only come in through your knowledge, your skills, your attitude, your agility, your knowledge on the subjects that you have learned. Attitude, like I said, attitude is also very important while getting into a corporate world. If you're really positive in learning new things, it will show in your attitude. It will show in your conversations whether you are, you know, agreeing to learn in the future or not. इंटरव्यू में हर जना कह रहा था हाँ मैं सब जगह चला जाऊंगा पैन इंडिया. आई विल गिव यू अ वेरी रीसेंट एग्जांपल. आई हायर्ड सम मैनेजमेंट ट्रेनीज फ्रॉम अ वेरी प्रेस्टिजियस कॉलेज इन दिल्ली. Out of 10, one student left our job in a week's time, and and then he was joining some consulting, some startup consulting in Delhi. His reason of leaving the job was that I do not want to go outside Delhi NCR, because during our induction we tell them, and while hiring also we have told them that, you know, you can be placed anywhere pan India, it's a sales role. Then he was fine, but after joining 1 week into the induction, he left you know, straight away. So he actually you know lost his own job, वो तो उसकी मर्जी थी, but then he left a spot free for someone like you could have, you know, joined on that spot. So you have to be very clear what you really want and speak up then and there. ऐसा मत करना कि बस जॉब मुझे मिल जाए उसके बाद मैं देख लूँगा. It really gives a bad impression on your resume as well. Since he got the job, he left our organization. But then for me, that college is now, you know, in question whether I will be visiting that college again or not. Because this somewhere comes with the learning, the kind of system that the organization feels. So you have to be very clear what you want, and attitude is something that will show while having conversation with the recruiter, with the organizations. The relationship is again something, you know, which will help you in a longer run. Like I said, for LinkedIn, your connections will help you in the shorter run. Relationships always help in a longer run. Tomorrow you're working you know, with some of your colleagues who maybe after 10 years down the line has joined some other organization. How good you are in with that person in terms of, you know, your relationship with that person will define whether you can really get pulled in that organization or not. So my ex-colleague, while he was working with me at Hire, my senior colleague, recently he joined some organization as a CHRO. It is because of my relationship with him, he directly called me to join his organization at a, second in line to a CHRO. Now it's up to me whether I want to go or not, but then at least my relationship with him is so positive, is so nice that he really called me immediately after joining as a CHRO in some organization. And that's only, and he's not my, friend or my school buddy or anything. I met him while working at Hire. But the kind of work relationship we had really good work relation as well, and some personal relation that, is fetching me a job. Consistency, I'm sure everybody agrees to this. You can't be having a very high and then a very low suddenly in your life. You have to be consistent in what you're doing. Don't go overboard or underboard in anything in life, be it academics, be it your personal interest, be it your jobs or anything. Be consistent, try and be consistent, and that will help you in longer run. Now making the most of your MBA. So academics तो देखो पढ़ाई तो करनी है, अगर फेल हो गए तो वैसे ही नहीं बैठने मिलेगा उसमें प्लेसमेंट्स में. So do give importance to your education. It is important because कल को इंटरव्यू में कोई पूछेगा ना कि आपने बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट में पढ़ा क्या है और आप नहीं जवाब दे पाओगे, so that will take a job from your hand. So keep giving a lot of importance to academics, but I'm sure कुछ लोग होंगे नहीं भी देंगे, but it is important. Don't really take this for granted कि बिना पढ़ाई करे मैं placement ले लूँगा. Projects will really help you in understanding teamwork. Projects आप अकेले नहीं करते हो. Teamwork में कैसे काम करना है आपने शायद कुछ लोग ने करा होगा, but in the past नहीं करा होगा. And at times you feel difficulties in working in the team. आप 4 लोग की टीम में हो, 2 कुछ कह रहे हैं, 2 कुछ कह रहे हैं, and there's a tussle. But teamwork में काम करना is very important. This will be very helpful throughout your career life as well. So projects आप यही सीखोगे कि teamwork में कैसे काम करते हैं. Yeah, competitions. Take as much participation as you can in competitions, be it inter-college or intra-college. Yeah, it will help you understand the team spirit, like I said, teamwork, your knowledge about certain things which probably you have not done in in your previous stints. So do a lot of competitions, try and take competitions outside college as well. That gives you a bigger perspective as to what is happening outside college. आपके कॉलेज के कॉम्पिटिशन्स तो इंटरनल हैं, ठीक है, उसमें आपने परफॉर्म करा नहीं परफॉर्म करा nobody knows. But once you go outside college, you really get to see what is there for me in the competition. यहाँ पर तो आपके competition बस ये आप कितने लोग हो, जो भी हो 150-200, but आप you have to also compete with others. यहाँ पर तो campus placement हो जाएगी, but what about when you want to change one organization to a different organization? Then you will be competing with people who have studied in other colleges. So competition is important. Case studies, it opens your horizon, it opens your thinking, and I'm sure MBA curriculum में case studies के बहुत importance होती है. Do and study as much as case studies as possible, because like I said, storytelling is important. अगर आपने case studies बहुत पढ़ी है ना, you can give your examples in a storytelling way while interacting with a recruiter or any organization. Life projects is as important as your academic curriculum, because life projects na gives you a feel of a virtual job. What is happening in the organization? Life projects mein you get to do projects which we have in our organizations. So let's say tomorrow I have a recruitment project, मैंने आपको यहाँ पर एक live project में दिया. You will actually work on live issues that I face in a recruitment culture. So live projects may you get to know what organizations are working, and you can put lot of emphasis of live projects in your resumes. Resumes में live projects का बहुत importance है. Internships, very important. So I did my internship with Hire Appliances. I got a PPO from them, and eventually I ended up joining higher as my first job. Internships, please take internships very seriously. It's not a joke. Lot of times people feel कि हाँ ठीक है 2 महीने के लिए जाएंगे and we'll have a good time. We'll come back to college after that. We'll get a certificate. वो internship नहीं होती है. It's just a certificate that you get from an organization जिसको कुछ बंदे चाहिए थे, उसने कुछ आपसे normal काम कराया और आपको भेज दिया. But do religiously work during your internships. You get to know the culture, and for me as a recruiter, it is easier for me to hire you guys if you've done internship with us because I know that you know the culture of the organization, you understand the business. Somewhat, I'm not saying in entirety, but then to some extent you understand the business. For me, hiring a fresher outside college, maybe from your own college, or someone who has done internship in our organization will any day be beneficial. So pay a lot of interest during your internships. Networking is again, like I said, very important aspect. And students clubs and industry certifications. So students clubs is again, you get to compete with each other, gives you a very high feeling of competition, which you will eventually face in a corporate world as well. So this students clubs is something that you will have a understanding and feeling that like you're working in a corporate culture. So join these clubs. ठीक है, partying and all is important in MBA that you will be doing, but these things are also very important. Don't forget this side of it also. You have only 2 years either to make your career or break your career, and these things are important while making a career or breaking a career, right? So building your own personal brand. What is, I mean, if tomorrow I have to understand, what's your name?
Sir, my name is Jan, sir, my name is Rishabh.
Rishabh. So tomorrow if I have to find what Rishabh is or what he has done or what his past is, for me it's not Facebook or Instagram. For an official purpose, for me it's LinkedIn, right? So build your own brand on LinkedIn. As much as important aspects that you will, please have a seat here. Whatever you will put on LinkedIn will be your own brand. Don't put anything fake on it. Put whatever you have earned, you have gained, you understood, for which you can speak on, for something which you can prove that you have done it. Only put those relevant aspects on LinkedIn, right? Don't put fake certifications, because tomorrow everything gets checked while you are entering a organization. Trust me, people have put so much fake information on LinkedIn, which when got verified and we got to know that okay, this is fake, we have terminated the employee. So write only genuine things on LinkedIn which you really can prove, for which you have certifications or anything to prove that okay, you have done something on LinkedIn. Professional networking, I've always emphasized that while you have joined a college, spend these 2 years in doing a lot of networking in your own side of the field. Outside field is also important, but then instant benefit only comes from when you connect people from your own field. Online reputation. So what do you mean by online reputation? Anything? Anybody? Yeah? Social media. Don't put anything which is objectionable on social media. These days corporates do a lot of background check while hiring somebody. We do background agency check for their social media handles as well. I don't want to hire somebody who has posted a video on LinkedIn, on Instagram or Facebook, while fighting with somebody or creating a ruckus in a social gathering, or this propaganding that okay, this person is partying a lot or boozing a lot. You do it, that's your personal life, but don't put it too much on the social media, which becomes a negative thing for your personality. If tomorrow I have to, hire somebody, and I see that person is only into partying and, having a good time, probably I will feel I don't know whether this person is really serious in life or not, whether that person will be beneficial for my organization or not. So posting information on Instagram is good, it's fun, but then do it sensibly. Don't just post anything and everything. Also very important, don't do comment on negative videos or photographs or anything. It gives a personality check on your personality, whether this person is pro something or whether this person is against something. That's your own thought, we respect that, but don't do it publicly. You guys are into you guys are at a time where you have to make your career. Don't do these silly mistakes where it can break your career. Public speaking, uh, very important, and it will make your confidence boost like anything. So do a lot of public speaking, don't be hesitant in that. You may not be speaking everything correct while speaking in public, but it will give you a confidence to speak in front of 1,000 people. Yeah, and it is important. I mean, tomorrow, if it's not only restricted to HR fraternity, tomorrow if you are a sales head for any organization, you have to give a lecture or ज्ञान to your sales team. वो public speaking में ही count होगा. If you are not able to do that, you are not a good. ठीक है, आप sales head हो, आपने माल बेच लिया, but you should be a good orator as well. और ये जो hesitance है ना, ये तभी निकलेगी when you do a lot of public speaking while in college. यहाँ पर कोई जज नहीं कर रहा है, और जो जज कर रहा है उससे आपको फर्क नहीं पड़ना चाहिए. But this will help you open up while working in an organization. Thought leadership. Thought leadership is when you have extra knowledge about certain aspect or certain field, that you become a go-to person when anybody wants to speak on that, be it in a college or be it in a organization. Let's say tomorrow somebody wants to know about HR, और मैं एक HR leader हूँ with certain number of years of experience, so they will come to me knowing that okay, he will be having some solution on these HR aspects. So thought leadership is that only. If you have knowledge about certain things in excess, show it in the organization, show it in the college, so that people know that you are a thought leader in that particular field. Yeah. Instagram, I've already told. Don't put any objectionable photos, videos, negative comments, violence related comments. It does impact your career, because see, my organization today doesn't do all of these checks, but if tomorrow certain organization does those checks and you are found of commenting on something which happened maybe in America, that will become against you. Yeah. So the importance of networking, there are various ways of doing networking. So alumni, faculty, seniors, recruiters, industry experts, and you have just joined college, so I'm sure all these aspects are open for you. Do connect. Yeah, tell me. Jain.
And my question to you is that I've seen many people posting their opinions about the recent incidents about CJP.
Uh-huh.
So
That Cockroach Janata Party.
yes.
Okay.
So would you recommend anyone to post such things on LinkedIn, or should we avoid that too, or any kind of our opinions?
See, my personal opinion is you shouldn't. You are a student, you are in the phase of making your career. Don't let a small comment, hamper that. For you, what is more important in the current phase? Whether to spend those 2 years peacefully in college, grab a placement and start your professional journey, or whether that CJP में जो भी चल रहा है. ठीक है, I understand you may be having a point. You can discuss it among your friends, यार. Why to post it on LinkedIn, on Instagram or Facebook? See, these people who are there in CJP or in those protests, probably उनको फर्क नहीं पड़ता, right? They are in that space वहाँ पर where they do not worry about the job or whether how they will get a job or they will not get a job. But for you it is important. These 2 years are very important for you.
So, sir, can we say that in a corporate world we should like avoid putting our opinions in front of others?
Absolutely. I mean, not on a social platform. If you really want to put your opinion, Instagram, Facebook is not the place to be, because आजकल organizations, they check these handles. Last month I applied to a job in one organization. They asked my Instagram handle. But उनको क्या फर्क पड़ता है मैं Instagram पे क्या कर रहा हूँ? But they really want to see what kind of person I am. Am I a general social person, or am I a violent person? Am I supporting people in violence? Am I supporting people in grief? मेरी personality वो देखना चाहते हैं. तो अगर आप हर जगह ये सब चीज़ों में participate कर रहे हो, आप negative comments कर रहे हो, they will see you as a negative person. They may see कि यार ये तो political आदमी है, कल को ऑफिस में आएगा यहाँ भी politics करेगा, इसको कुछ बोलेगा, उसको कुछ बोलेगा, चीज़ें भड़काएगा. Don't do that.
Then it doesn't matter that the opinion is right or wrong.
It doesn't matter. Opinion मैं बना लूँगा कि ये आदमी सही नहीं है. He is a political आदमी. Let's अगर if I have to compare between you and the person standing next to you, I may go ahead and hire him कि मैंने कहा ये neutral आदमी लग रहा है, ये आदमी मुझे doubtful हो रहा है.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah? So, networking, like I said, so do connect with your alumni. They are experienced people in the industry. They will definitely come back to their own college to recruit you guys. So, alumni networking is important. Faculty, of course, is there. Seniors, recruiters, industry experts. I'll give you an example. When I was working with JK Tires, my head of HR, Dr. Pradyuman Pandey, right? He has retired now. He's not in the corporate thing, but he has opened up certain avenues of his own. One of this is college, then recruitment consulting, and so on and so forth. He came to my office 2 weeks before, and he is opening up HR session boards in various cities, right? So I stay in Gurgaon. He has opened up one HR session board in Gurgaon, in Noida, and what he's doing is he's just collaborating with all HR folks, making a group in each city, and creating discussions on various parameters. For me, I have nothing to lose in that. For me, I am gaining networking. I asked Dr. Pandey that at this age you have retired, what is the need of doing all of this? He told me that network is only wealth that I have. And I don't know, maybe later you can check on your LinkedIn. His name is Dr. Pradyuman Pandey. If you see his connections, his determination at this age also, he must be 60 plus, that's why he's retired. He is available anywhere and everywhere in NCR circle. No conference, HR conference I've seen that is there without Dr. Pandey. No HR discussions happen in NCR where I see Dr. Pandey is not available. And that connection that he has made over the years is really becoming boon today, because all these HR circles that he's creating, tomorrow somewhere or the other these people will get associated to his consulting firm. मैं कह रहा हूँ आपके 100 connections में 2 या 4 लोग भी आपकी consulting firm से connect हो गए, that's a profit for you only. You're not spending anything on the 100 people, it's only connections. So very important to have alumni, seniors, recruiters, industry experts as your connections. Okay, so what is expected in the corporate? Professionalism, ownership, accountability. Right. So, these may be very normal terms that you see over here, but then while working in a corporate, it has a lot of importance, right? ownership is something that we see in a person, whether that person is really owning up to it. May be a mistake also being done, but whether are you really owning up to it and not passing it on to someone else or your colleague. So it's very important to take that ownership, take the lead in doing a work. You should not wait कि हाँ जब manager मुझको बोलेगा तब मैं कर लूँगा. Take, because you guys are young, यार. I mean, you should be uh, asking your managers tomorrow once you go in the corporate that give me work. It should not be कि you are in the organization sitting idle. हाँ जब कोई बोलेगा तब मैं कर लूँगा. Doesn't happen. That gives a reflection of your personality कि भाई ये तो बहुत casual approach है. I'm not sure whether this person will fly or not. So take up the ownership, ask for work, right? Like ownership, also accountability, your continuous learning, all these things are very important. If you are not learning continuously in any organization, after a certain point, your career will, be put in a full stop mode. So that is why it is said that you keep on learning, you keep on reading, you keep on, talking to industry experts to understand what is happening in the organizations outside where you work. And that's the experience that you gain if you are continuously learning. Business orientation, customer focus. You should know what your customer wants. I am selling a pen to somebody who uses a pencil. There's no point selling a pen to that person. You should know what your customer wants. Once you are in the field, talk to the customer. What is the expectation from that person? What is required in the market? Okay. That is what there is a team in organizations, customer insights. The work of that team is they will tell you what is expected from the organization for the customer. They will tell you what is new in the market, what the competition is doing, and what you should do so that you can level up the competition and you can increase your own turnovers. So customer focus is very important. Okay, summer internship. I'm sure everybody wants to do a summer internship here. Yeah. कोई ऐसे तो नहीं है जिनको home business join करना है. Okay, so you should have a clarity as to what do you want in a summer internship. एक तो ये clarity आप पहले अभी ले लो what electives you're gonna take so that you can prepare for your summer internships accordingly. How to prepare, what to prepare, what documents you should have while sitting for a summer internship, what projects that you have done. ये सब चीज़ें, whatever you write on your resume, you should be having it in your mind. By heart वो रटा होना चाहिए. Because मेरे लिए to know you is your resume only. I may ask 1 or 2 questions outside your resume to see your personality, but otherwise what is mentioned on your resume is Bible to me. लोग क्या करते हैं, कुछ भी प्रोजेक्ट डाल देते हैं और प्रोजेक्ट के बारे में पूछो, किसी को कुछ नहीं पता है. सो इट डजंट वर्क दैट वे कि आपने अपने फ्रेंड का प्रोजेक्ट टाइटल उठाया और आप अपने में पेस्ट कर लिया. आप वो चीज़ मेंशन करो विच यू कैन एक्सप्लेन टू अ रिक्रूटर, टू somebody who has come to hire, right? And converting internships into PPOs, I have been in the same shoes, so I know it really works. Put your heart and soul in those 2 months or 4 months, whatever tenure you go for your internships. Trust me, if the organization wants to hire, if the vacancy is there, they will prefer you hiring, prefer hiring you instead of hiring somebody who's new to the organization, who's absolutely doesn't have any idea what the organization is doing. At least you guys have spent 4 months, 3 months, 6 months, and you know something. But if you've really worked hard, they will prefer you. So please treat internships very important part of your curriculum. It's not fun going on internships, going to a different city and again partying there. Pune has enough party to offer, and you will see that. I'm sure you will explore that or would have already explored. So please treat internships very importantly. Okay. So how many of you feel that a high CJP guarantees a placement? Huh? No? It matters, but it's not, yeah? हाँ, it matters. आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि भाई आउट ऑफ 4 तुम्हारा 1.5 चल रहा है CGPA, उसमें तो फिर शॉर्टलिस्ट ही नहीं होगे. बट देन इट डज मैटर, बट इट्स नॉट अ श्योर शॉट गारंटी दैट यू विल बी प्लेस्ड इन अ गुड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. हाउ अबाउट MBA guarantees a high salary? No? You guys are ready for 2 lakhs? Then? So see, everybody has their own parameters to set. MBA will eventually give you, a high salary once you grow in the organization. But there will be a certain benchmark where you will start. ऐसा नहीं होगा, देखो होता है हर कॉलेज की एक अपनी लिमिट होती है टू प्लेस अ स्टूडेंट, बट देन देयर हैज़ टू बी अ बेस टू इट. But if you are an MBA versus a non-MBA, chances of you growing in an organization is higher than person who is just a graduate. Yeah? तो MBA हम इसीलिए करते हैं कि हमारा acceleration थोड़ा सा fast pace हो जाए. Is every interview technical? No. Right? We expect that the interview is technical, but हमेशा नहीं होता है. I have appeared in one of my interviews while, so I think my current organization only, while I was being interviewed for Usha, my manager did not ask me a single technical question. My interview happened in I think 10 minutes. In that he asked me general things, ये कैसे करते हो, वो कैसे करते हो, but nothing related to what I have done in my past 8 years. And then I got the job. I was also surprised, but then eventually I got it. So you should be prepared to answer each question, but ये भी सोच के मत जाना कि ऐसे तो कुछ पूछेंगे नहीं और उन्होंने पूछ लिया कि रूल्स ऑफ अकाउंटिंग बताओ और हम फेल हो गए, तो ऐसा भी नहीं होता है. So pay a lot of importance to technical thing also, but not every question is a interview is a technical thing. Skills matter, yes. Communication matters, very important. Attitude matters, prime importance. Every detail on your resume, like I said, it's a Bible to me. अगर आपने कुछ लिखा है resume में, आपने ये लिखा है you like cycling, I may ask you 10 questions on cycling. I may ask you Tour de France में last 2 years में कौन winner है और कौन से cycling competitions होते हैं all over the world. It is expected अगर आपने लिखा है I like cycling. So choose very carefully what you write in your resume. वही चीज़ लिखो जिस पे आप ज्ञान दे सको, और अगर नहीं भी आता है तो एटलीस्ट कुछ तो बोल सको, राइट? I should not feel that you are trying to fool me. So write every detail on your resume which you know. And internship experience, very important. It led me a PPO. I'm sure a lot of you will convert a PPO out of those internship, but you have to treat the internship as a sacred job. Treat it like you're doing a job. It's not an internship. Yeah. Okay. Some common mistakes that students make is waiting until placements begin. Prepare yourself from day one. Don't wait कि next year जब जुलाई से कंपनीज आना स्टार्ट होंगी then I will do my preparation. Maybe you're too late for that. So start preparing for yourself right now, be it academics, be it your personality, be it public speaking, be it knowledge, be it certifications. Start doing it from day one. ये 2 साल कब निकल जाएंगे आपको पता नहीं चलेगा, बिकॉज इस 2 साल में आपके एग्जाम्स भी चल रहे हैं, आपके कल्चरल फेस्ट भी चल रहा है, आपके कॉम्पिटिशन्स भी चल रहे हैं, एंड soon it will be end of this year where you will be going for your internships, and soon it will be end of next year. Networking, we've already talked a lot. Communication, we've already talked a lot. Weak resume, like I said, don't mention anything, like I said, which you don't know, but also don't make a very plain resume. उसमें आपने खाली 4 लाइन लिख दी कि मैंने ग्रेजुएशन यहाँ से करा है, PG यहाँ से करा है, दिस इज माई हॉबी. टॉक अ लॉट अबाउट योर इंटर्नशिप, टॉक अ लॉट अबाउट योर प्रोजेक्ट्स, बिकॉज मेरे लिए वही चीज़ है टू गेज वेदर यू नो समथिंग और नॉट. सो डोंट मेक अ वीक रिज्यूमे, एंड आई एम श्योर आपके कॉलेज में भी एक स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मेट होगा रिज्यूमे का, फॉर विच यू विल बी अप्लाइंग फॉर द ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस. No internship is no questions, and no certifications, poor attendance. देखो अटेंडेंस में एज एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन मेरे को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, बट तुम्हें कॉलेज ही नहीं बैठने देगा अगर तुम्हारी अटेंडेंस पूरी नहीं हुई. तो पे अ लॉट ऑफ इम्पोर्टेंस टू दैट. या अटेंड क्लासेस, अटेंड लेक्चर्स, कहीं ना कहीं वो आपको ज़रूर fruitful लगेंगे once you sit for your placements. Okay, so I see I wanted to make a roadmap how and what to do during your trimesters. So I think first semester is something where you build your fundamentals, you join clubs, you talk to people, you learn Excel, you improve your communication. But everything goes along with your studies as well. Don't feel that khali ye karke you will excel. But this is something you should do apart from your academics. Yeah. Second semester, I think competition is something which is applicable in first semester as well, because depends college ke formats kya hai. But second semester you do a lot of competitions, certifications, networking. You start involving yourself in certifications, competitions, meeting people, making connections online, understanding them. Post that you go on your internships. So how many months of internship do you offer? 3 months. Okay. So internships treat very sacredly. जाओ काम करो, and I'm sure अच्छा काम करोगे तो PPO भी मिलेगा. Yeah. And I think the final year is important in terms of so when I say leadership roles, you should in the college put yourself in a leadership role. Let's say every class in my college it used to happen, I'm not sure about here. So I was a class CR for my HR batch. Yeah, it's a very small thing, but it made me realize that how to coordinate with people, how to make them come under a single roof in terms of decision making, how to communicate to them. Let's say class cancel ho gayi, lecture cancel ho gaya, reschedule ho gaya, and that's how you open up. So I made a small email group, because उस time पे Instagram था but इतना नहीं था. So I made a small email group where every communication I used to send on them, so that people can get to know what is happening or not happening. So these leadership roles you'll get to know in the colleges, industry projects and placement preparation. Placement preparation में again resume is your bible, your certifications, your networking, your communication, all of this will help you in your final placements. Okay, so enough of one-way gyan. Yeah, I am open for your Q&As. Anything you want to ask, I am open to that. Yeah, tell me.
Jain sir,
Jai
my
Hind.
name is Samarth.
Yes.
I request your perspective on what is better, getting a job after these 2 years or building a business idea and execute it after these 2 years.
See, my perspective is like I want to get into an entrepreneurship journey, but maybe after 20 years I spend in the corporate world, and it's each to its own thing. If you have your inclination towards a business idea which is definitely there, which you can implement it, you can nurture it, you can grow it, go ahead with that. But again, my suggestion is you guys are very raw as of now. If you'll spend couple of years in the corporate world, you'll understand the nuances, you'll understand the P&L, you'll understand what is profit, what is loss, you will understand how to make an organization function. You are too fresh to get into an entrepreneurial journey. I don't want you to get into an entrepreneurial journey and suffer losses or backlash over
Yes.
there. It's better आप 2 साल 3 साल job करो, understand what is there in the market. आप customer नहीं समझ पाओगे, right? I think my suggestion is there, but depends. If you have something very solid in your mind and it's already worked upon, it is proving results, then there's no harm getting into a full-time business as well.
Thank you sir.
Yeah. Yeah, tell me.
Jai Hind, sir.
Jai Hind.
My name is Rohan. For someone like me who has inclination towards sales, what industry certifications would you suggest?
Yeah, देखो, industry certifications are very again industry specific. Where do you want to get into sales? Do you want to get into BFSI? Do you want to FMCG? Then go on LinkedIn or go. There's another website where you will get courses related to sales, but it will not be industry specific. Right? There is no sales course for FMCG or BFSI. It's general sales courses which will give you an experience as to what needs to be done in a certain situation. But again, if you want to target FMCG organizations, start building network with these people. Start connecting with them on LinkedIn. If you see any internship or any live project available on those websites, apply to those. It makes them feel that you are really genuinely interested in that organization. Yeah. When you talk to people in these FMCG industry, talk in their language so that I know that you have real inclination in my organization. Learn about those organizations before you talk to people. Right? अब कल को तुम मुझे बोलोगे कि उषा के 44 stores हैं, you got to know, I will be impressed क्योंकि this guy has invested some time in understanding what Usha does. Yeah? So this will help. Anything, guys? Yeah? Okay, so thank you a lot.